Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I just thought I'd do a quick video introduction about my channel, let you know what I'm all about, and all the sorts of DIY things that you'll see coming onto this channel in the next year. So I'll walk you around my garage just to start off with so you can see the type of tools that I work with and my workspace and things that I'll be working with here. You'll be seeing me spending a lot of time out in the yard this summer as well, but it's kind of cold and windy out today, so I thought we'd maybe show some more yard in the future video. But for today, I'll just show you something that I've learned over the years. When it comes to actually fixing something or building something, you don't necessarily need to have a lot of money or a lot of resources to do something like that. I find ways of being innovative and ways of working out a problem and finding a solution without actually spending a lot of money or going to the store and buying something. For example, this workbench right here is something that I pulled out of a wall, actually. I knocked down a wall when I first moved into this house just to expand a room, and this is the aftermath of what actually was left over. Just a little bit of lumber, some boards here. I just pounded that together, and guess what? I got a free workbench out of it. It turned out great. Just things like that, coming up with working with tools that I have and using my imagination and, just from previous experience, I can usually find a way of doing something without spending a lot of money. And that's what this channel is all about. Trying to do things in a thrifty way, fixing stuff without having to buy or replace, keeping things running for a long time. I'll show you my snowblower. This was actually found on the side of the road a couple years ago. My neighbor threw it away. And guess what? It's been running fine ever since I took it home. That was the best $10 investment I've ever had, I think. It just keeps running. And you know what? We're going to do the same thing to my lawn this year. And we're going to do the same thing to plumbing issues and applying insecticides around the house this summer. Whatever issues come up, I'll be sure to show you guys what I'm going to do to solve these problems. So anyway, if you have any suggestions about making this a channel that's more productive or more meaningful to you, or maybe there's a better way of explaining things, I'm going to try to take my time and explain things as best as I know how and use plain English just so that way anybody can come here, click on this channel and click on a video, read a brief description about a problem that they're having in their own home and figure out a way to solve a problem without spending a ton of money or hiring a contractor. Obviously, there's things that you do want to hire a contractor for if you're way outside of your element on something, but I find for the most part, if I just at least try, do a little bit of research and reading, and if I'm not quite comfortable with something, I could usually figure it out just with a little bit of confidence. And you know what? It hasn't bitten me yet, so, there are limits to things like this, though. My furnace died a couple months ago. I kind of took a look at it and tried to figure out what was wrong with it just to the best of my knowledge, and the heat exchanger was totally dead. There's nothing I could do about that. So I hired a pro to come in and replace that thing for me. Wasn't the most exciting purchase ever, but you know what? Those sort of things you're better off just calling the pros for, but 99% of the other stuff that you're doing around your house, I think you are capable of doing. And you know what? Even if you don't have a lot of time, my channel name is DIY Dad. I've got kids and dogs and a family that I have to worry about. And you know what? I find ways of finding time here and there, just doing little bits and pieces as I go, and I'm able to get my work accomplished. If you stick to it, make a plan, write down exactly what your goals are, I think you can be just as successful as anybody else who is a DIY person. Even if you're not a DIY person and you're here just for a brief question or something or a single topic, I'll be showing you how to do things like auto detailing, because that's another one of my passions. Besides lawn care, auto detailing, fixing stuff, I think we're going to have a lot of fun here over the summer. So that's pretty much all I've got for today. And this is my garage. I don't have any fancy tools. I've just collected things over the years as I've needed them. As a project comes up and I need to buy something, well, guess what? I'll just go and buy that whatever tool I need, and it just gets added to the pile. Next thing you know, I've got a pretty good collection over the years, but you don't need to start with buying absolutely everything. Just the essentials will get you by. And if you have a big project coming up, you can go out and buy whatever specific tool you need for that, or even rent, or beg, borrow, and steal from a neighbor. Whatever works to get the job done. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. And thanks for joining me. And we'll see you in the lawn, the garage, and around the house fixing stuff. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment if you have any questions. Thanks again.